Okay, so here is the black PAScribeRhodia pad, and obviously it looks very similar to the grey. It's the same size, same shape, same number of sheets, and obviously you have the Rhodia and the PAScribe logo. It also says Calligraphy Practice and Correspondence Pad. There is also information on the back, a little bit of information about why I chose these papers. Information about the QR code, which is here. So when you get the pads, do scan them. The QR code will have a ton of information to help you get through how to use the pad more efficiently. Now, I've already folded and folded and folded the scored lines so that I can fold this over and not worry about it kicking up the pad. As you can see, there's some really fine lines on the pad. So now that I've tilted it into the light, you can really see how fine those lines are. They really are quite fine. And they do tend to disappear when you're posting stuff. Which was one of the main reasons for doing that. So this is a Sakura Gelly Roll number 10 pen. So I'm just going to use my and you can see it shows up really, really bright. So this is the 10, this is the 8. And some people have asked, what is the height of the lines? The lines are 8 mil in height, and this is the 5. Now, as you can see, the 5 is much thinner and much smaller. So you'd probably really use this to write at half the height. And the white shows up really wonderfully on the black. Obviously, in the larger sizes, it really tends to pop. Let's just push that up a little bit. So that's the 8. Let's grab the 10. And this is obviously my my PAScribe Upright Italic, which I'm working on releasing. And you get to see some of the caps I tend to use for that. I tend to use a sort of double line caps, which is very reminiscent of Versal's. obviously you can do lots of other things on the pads other than just write letters to people. You can produce slightly more solid lines, so we can fill fairly large areas. And there's really good coverage here from the jelly roll onto the pad. You could even, if you opted to do some larger letters, you could hatch in the letters, especially if you're going to do a large initial, like you're writing a letter to someone and you say, like, Dear Angie, and you use a really large A with decoration. So there's a lot of possibility with this black pad. And of course, the black pad has lines on the back as well. It's the same thickness of the grey pad, so you can flip this over once you've allowed the ink to dry, and you can produce some really stunning black, some white lettering onto black paper.